I know, we got our tutoring session. So, class.
Yes.
There we go. All right. Denny. Yeah, Denny's always there, right? Okay, good job. So, we should make you a supervisor. Yeah, we should make you a supervisor. You are just that good. You forgot about that? Okay. All right, so going through here, the previous slide to this was here, where derivative of ln x is just 1 over x. Now, in this case right here, I'm going to u this. This is going to be a complicated u, though. Yeah?
No.
So, one of the bigger, more complicated problems. So, it's a complicated u. So, I'm going to say that u is equal to 2x minus 1 to the third power times, now I'm going to rewrite that radical because I hate having it like that. I really do. I don't know why. X to the fourth plus 1, close to the 1/2. And all this right here is going to be over x. So what I'm doing is just u the whole thing. So the outside is just going to be ln u. And if we do ln u, my derivative would be 1 over u, right? So now from here, I just have to go through and do, there is a product and a quotient. So this is probably like one of the more complicated parts. So we have product, quotient, chain, all together. So I'm going to go to the next page on this one. So we had 2x minus 1 to the third, right? Fourth? Okay. No worries. So I'm going to just keep that right there. And so let's do the derivative of that, because I'm going to need the product and the chain rule. So derivative of this is going to be, chain rule would be 3 2x minus 1 to the what power? 2 times derivative of the inside, which is going to be 2. There we go. Denny, did you follow me on that one? So let's just rewrite it as 6 2x minus 1 squared. All right, so there's that piece. The other one is going to be 2x to the fourth plus 1 to the 1/2. And this one is another chain. So in this chain right here, I'm going to have out front 1/2 2x to the fourth plus 1. What's going to be my power here? Negative 1 over 2. Negative 1/2. Very good. Times derivative of the inside. 8x to the third. Very good. And so let's clean this up a little bit here. So I'm just going to multiply the 1/2 and the 8. So that's going to be 4x to the third times 2x to the fourth plus 1 raised to the negative 1/2. Now, I'm going to treat this like f and g. I'm sorry, not f and g. F and g here. This is f prime. This down here is g prime. F prime, g prime. So now we can go ahead and plug it in using my quotient. Okay, the quotient is going to be slightly different. Because all of this is the top of my fraction, right? All this in my quotient rule would be just considered the f, wouldn't it? Yes? Say yes. But because all of the top of it is a quotient, in a quotient is also a product. So every time it asks for f prime, I need the derivative of my product rule. Every time it asks for f prime, I need the derivative of the product rule. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to do my product rule to figure out what this is. So it's going to be f prime, so it's 6, 2x minus 1 squared times g, which is 6 nope, sorry. My g is right there, so it's going to be parentheses 2x to the 4th plus 1 to the 1/2. And since this is product, what symbol goes next? Someone help me out? Plus sign, very good. So it's going to be a plus sign here. So it was an f prime g, so my next one's going to be g prime, then f. G prime f. So it's 4x cubed, 2x to the 4th, plus 1 to the negative 1/2, times f, which is 2x I'm an n as much. 2x minus 1 to the 3rd. There we go. So, looks kind of like a hot mess, doesn't it? So that's the product rule for the top. So that's my f prime. So I'm going to go ahead and try to put this together as best as I can. So putting it together best I can, let's see, do I have anything to cancel out? So I'm going to have, let me see, so we get 6 quantity 2x minus 1 squared times 2x to the 4th plus 1, 1/2, and this one right here doesn't look like it's going to clean up at all. There's got to be a place to clean this one up. This is a mess. I guess. So 4x cubed, 2x minus 1 cubed, and this one's going to be over 2x to the 4th plus 1 to the negative 1/2. Oh, that's not a negative 1/2, it's a positive 1/2. Okay. Now, negative exponent goes across the divisor. there's common factors. I could take out a common factor. That'd be a good thing. So common factor at least would be 2x minus 1 squared. Yes? This one right here, 2x minus 1 squared, because that one has a cube. So then I could actually go from there. So I'm factoring it out. I'm going to factor out. Okay. So I'm dividing it out of both. Change colors to 0. All right, so 2x minus 1 squared. And I could also take out a 2. I don't know if that matters, but it will in a second. And so I'm going to change my parentheses to a bracket. So it means the same thing. Parentheses and bracket means the same thing. It's just showing the difference in between. So especially when you're writing it out by hand. But if you're putting it in the calculator, just use parentheses all the way. So factoring it out, so that means I'm going to have a 3, and I have 2x to the 4th plus 1 to the 1/2, still left over, plus, since I factored out a 2, this side's going to be a 2, right? Yes? Yeah. This side's going to be a 2, so I'm going to change that there. And then I factored out 2 of these, so there's still 1 right there, right? Yeah. Okay, so could I just distribute this in here? Because this is going to be a first degree now, right? It's no longer square, so I could distribute in it. Here. How about this? I will write it out instead, so instead of actually trying to show, that's a 3, parentheses, 2x minus 1. Because I took out 2 of them, right? And there's still a first degree left. Okay. Does that make sense, hopefully? So now I could distribute if I wanted to. Okay, and all this is still over my 2x to the 4th plus 1 to the positive 1/2. Yeah, but after I distribute, I could do some combining. Not much. Just leave it. Leave it as is? Let me see. Anyway, so this is all just all this right here at the top is F and the bottom is G, right?
Oh, we still have to do that.
Because there's a quotient rule, a product rule, a chain rule. Crazy, right? It looked pretty ugly. So anyway, all right, let's go ahead and do our that was all my F, right? So we know that all this right here, all this right here, if I want to use this or this, doesn't matter, all this here is going to be my F prime in my quotient rule, right? So every place that there's an F prime, I'm going to replace with this. Every place that there's an F, I replace it with all this, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and rewrite this. So I'm going to do this now. So my quotient rule is going to say F prime, right? I'm just going to say f prime. F prime times g, which is just what? That one's a simple one. X minus g prime. What is g prime? Times f, which f is going to be all of this, right? All that divided by x squared, which is, that's my g squared, right? There you go, like that. Okay, so that's the derivative of the inside, right? Okay. Now, I did this as a sub. So let's look at it. What is derivative of ln of u? 1 over u. Very good. 1 over u. So it's all this times 1 over u. But my u is all of this. Yeah? Okay, this is one of those free response questions that you're going to see on like the calculator portion. All you do is just leave it alone. You put everything where it goes, and then leave it alone. It's going to be ugly. It is, but then when you plug it in the calculator, it's going to say, hey, evaluate for 2. Do you really want to plug in a 2 for all that? No. So just plug it in the calculator. Okay, but again, this is going to be one of those free response type things. All right, so you ready to start rewriting this? Yeah? Okay, now, watch this. 1 over u, isn't that just the reciprocal of u?
Yeah.
That's a reciprocal of u. So when I rewrite this, 1 over u, could I just rewrite it as x over all of this? I could just write it as g over f, couldn't I? Yes.
Sure.
Yes, we can. So 1 over u is the reciprocal of u. So I'm going to rewrite it using that. So I'm going to say x over, we had, what was it? 2x minus 1 cubed times 2x to the 4th plus what? 1/2. All this is my 1 over u, right? Say yes.
Yeah.
Times. All this is going to be times my derivative. Let's go back and find that derivative. All this. And let's just go ahead and use this one up here, because I think that's where a lot of this stuff is going to cancel. Yeah, this is the quotient rule part.
All right.
Actually, let's... Two x minus 1 squared times 2x to the 4th plus 1. Now it's going to be, is it 4x cubed? Two x to the fourth plus 1, negative 1 times 2x minus 1 cubed. Over f prime times x this is going to be super long. So my f prime one times f, so it is all this. Okay. All that times x, so two x two x minus 1 squared bracket. So I'm doing this piece right here. Yeah, it's super long, so that's why I just put the x out there. And by doing that, it was 3 quantity 2x to the fourth plus 1, 1/2 minus 2x cubed 2x fourth plus 1, negative 1/2 2x minus 1 third. That's all that piece right there. Time minus my f, my original f, which is going to be 2x minus 1 third times 2x to the fourth plus 1, 1/2. Wow, that's crazy. And all this is going to be over. I know, right? X squared. This one's super crazy. I know, the answer key says it's 2. Just 2. I'm joking. Yeah, I don't ever look at answer keys. I don't know if you guys realize that. Because I would rather work the problem out with you. Like every single time we do one of these problems, it's a step by step. You know, what tools did we just learn? What tools have we learned? And go from there. Because otherwise, then I would have to be like one of those like really smart teachers with a doctorate that talks down to you, that knows everything all the time. I had some of those in college.
Really?
Yes, they always talk down to you.
They're been through hell, and they wanna make you go through hell too.
Almost. And it's all that times this. All that times this here.
I don't even wanna write it anymore.
I know you don't. And so that's why I'm trying to simplify it before we actually get too far into this, where it gets crazy. You know, it'd be like super horrible if there was like a typo on the problem, and then it just like turned out to be like almost nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
there was a typo in the problem. Anyone remember in pre-calculus, there's some rules, there's some log rules that you can do. If there's a multiplication happening,
You got it.
okay, you would add those together, right? And if
Okay.
it's a division happening, you would,
Okay.
there we go. So, all this right here is the unsimplified version. Of this right here. Log rules, the top right here, these two together, I could separate this ln into two separate ln's with what in between them? With a addition, right?
Okay, yeah.
All right, what about this one right here?
Um,
But, it's in the bottom.
oh,
If I'm dividing it, that's going to be minus. Very good. So, now, wouldn't that just turn into ln of, what's my first top one? To the third, right?
Yeah.
Okay, plus sign, ln of,
You want to just do it.
okay, minus ln of, now, there's a reason why in pre-calculus, we're supposed to know all these things. Did this just simplify the hell out of this problem?
Yeah.
So we were dealing with a product, a quotient, a chain in my derivative. But now just remembering that one little thing. So I'm going to U each one. I'm going to U each one individually, okay? This one, actually let's change colors so we know which one we're doing. U equals 2x minus 1 to the third, right?
Okay.
Okay, so what's U prime? 3 times 2, right?
Yeah.
So this U prime is 6 2x minus 1 squared. So did that turn this into just ln of U? Okay. What about this one? I would say that U equals 2x to the fourth plus 1, 1/2. You need some more? You need some more, Danny? Did you run out of room? All right, so this one, my U prime is going to turn into 1/2 2x to the fourth plus 1, negative 1/2 times 8x cubed. So u prime is 4x cubed, 2x to the fourth plus 1 to the negative 1/2. So this still turns into ln of u. All right, let's do the problem now. We do the whole problem. Derivative of this is going to be 1 over u, 1 over u, which is going to be 2x minus 1 cubed times u prime, which is 6, 2x minus 1 squared. I'm going to put that over 1. What's going to happen there? What's going to happen there? I have this, which is a 2x minus 1 squared, and down here on the bottom, I have 2x minus 1 cubed. Cancel out 2 of them, right? Okay, cancel out 2 of them. So cancel out all those. So I'm just left with 6 over 2x minus 1. Now let's do the one in blue. So there's a plus sign here. That's going to be 1 over u, so that's 1 over my u, which is quantity, 2x to the fourth plus 1, 1/2 times u prime. This is going to be important. The negative exponent means where does that need to go? Does it need to go to the bottom? Say yes. It's going to go to the bottom because it's going to make that exponent positive. So now I'm going to be left with 4x cubed over my 2x to the fourth plus 1 to the positive 1/2. Now looking at this here, I'm multiplying both those together. What's going to happen? What do I do with my exponents if I'm multiplying them together? Yeah. It's like x squared times x to the third, which gives you x to the fifth. So if I have x to the 1/2 times x to the 1/2, that would be x to the... Nope. That's multiplying. What's half a pizza plus half a pizza? 1 whole pizza. 1/2 plus 1/2 is
Oh, you're talking about.
1 whole, right? So on this one right here, those two are going to go together, and it's going to get rid of my exponent. So it's just going to be 2x to the fourth plus 1, because half and half give me 1 whole. And my last one, minus, what's that going to give me? What's the derivative of ln x? 1 over x, right? So now, what would be the better way to do this? The long way or the short way? Yeah, the short way. And what's necessary to be able to do it the short way? Those rules. Now, do you think some of these rules are on those flashcards that I gave you?
No,
You don't think they are?
only
I didn't, did I give you all of them yet? I think I gave you just the first chunk. Yeah, I think I gave you, the first chunk has that. So the ln rule should be there. Oh, hey, look, it's right there. It's actually on the top of mine. Right there. You know that natural log is just
It's just log.
log base e.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, same rules apply. All right, you people. Make sure you all like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. And there's still no travel because we're taking the...
Oh, NWA.
Yep. All right.